graduation day.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at what happens when a wife destroys her marriage. Don't forget to drop your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here, and let's just jump right into it.
I think that I will block by the person who I had been seeing. Like, my messages are not going through. I sent a text last night saying goodnight, and I normally get something back, and I didn't. And tried to send a message this morning, like, it's not going through, but it goes through to all my other friends. Like, why does this keep happening? And I know that this isn't like a me thing. Literally makes me.
She can't imagine living in a world where she is the problem. It is simply not possible.
So here's how I learned how to meet my own needs after divorce. So I'm that girl that was in relationships from the time she was 14 years old until at 31, I looked at my husband and I was like, peace out, dude, I'm gonna go do me now. But it didn't take me long after leaving my marriage to just find the next guy. The thing was, the next guy was a lot younger and I knew that it wasn't going to last forever. He looked at me the same way. It was a casual thing. But ending that casual thing, that's when it got.
It's funny how the first thing these women do after divorce is just go right back to hooking up with younger dudes. It's actually crazy. And bear in mind, these women will have issues with men who try and date younger than them.
Really hard. Casual guy and I are still great friends, but separating that meant me going out on my own emotionally for the first time since I was 14 years old. When that casual thing ended and I was like, okay, Jade, we're doing this. We're gonna learn how to just fulfill our own needs. I went through at least a 6 to 8 month span where I was very angry at men. Very angry.
She's the one who made this mess, but she has to hate men because she refuses the truth.
Because in my world, in my life, they've basically been a constant letdown. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And during that very, very angry phase that I had, I still, in my head, was thinking, I still need to find a partner, and that, the search hadn't ended. The problem is, when you centralize your focus on finding a relationship, you settle way too easily.
It's hard to believe that it's the men who keep letting her down when she's the one that leaves.
For trash. Because you're still in that headspace where it's like, it's better to have someone than nobody at all. So one day it hit me. I didn't know who I was. I had been a stay-at-home mom for years, and everything had just been focus on the kids and everything. And one day I was like, I don't even know what I like. I don't know what I like to do. When it hit me that if I just took the energy and the focus that I had put on men and focused it on learning new skills, cultivating friendships with good boundaries with men, and traveling or doing what it is that I want to do, it was revolution.
How can you spend the first third of your life not bothering to know anything about yourself? This is ridiculous.
And one of the things that I've noticed is that as I focus on just doing me and being the best version of me, I attract some of the best men. I have multiple deep friendships with men who I trust and respect, men who have shown me that they're not all like the ones from my past. And my secret to navigating all of this now is that all of the men that I meet are friend zoned.
In other words, she uses those men for dates without any form of benefit from her end.
Of them. Because I truly believe that my perfect person will be a friend first. And that my perfect person will come to me with honesty. So even though I'm such a romantic at heart and I really want love, my primary focus is not relationships.
Don't expect men to stick around in the friend zone. Once they leave, they are gone for good.
Love. That was a question I battled with coming out of my divorce, because here I was. I'd been with this person for 13 years. Obviously was saying I love you, love, right? For 13 years, I was communicating I love you to this person. And when I got out of that marriage and kind of really looked at what is love, because here's this word I've been saying to someone for over a decade, and yet it felt anything but loving.
Not loving your man when you claim that you do is a massive betrayal to that man.
And I recognized, I don't know that I like what love means to me at this point in my life, because loving him hurt me a lot. Even trauma, right? Like, I equated love now to pain, and I didn't want to move forward in my life and start to pursue other relationships with that definition of love. So I had to go on a really polarizing journey of trying to figure out, what does this word actually mean to me? Because the word that I had equated to love and sacrifice and putting his needs above my own and all of this, kind of immature thinking of love before I got
She needs to understand the definition of trauma. She actually has no idea what it means.
married, really wasn't serving me moving forward. And so I had to really question, what does love mean? Because the way that I defined love up to that point in my life did not give me the result that I wanted of a partnership that was going to last a lifetime. And it caused me to sacrifice parts of myself that I really do enjoy for somebody else who just wasn't happy with themselves. And I took that on as like, I'm the problem, because they should be happy with me. If I love them, I'll do anything to make them happy.
That makes no sense, because she said that she didn't love the guy all that much.
And what I recognized in kind of this exploration of love is that I defined love as essentially codependency. I didn't even know what that word was in my marriage, and I had been told that by a friend of mine, that we had a very codependent relationship, and I was like, bah, because I thought that's what love was. His happiness was not dependent on me.
She has made it very clear that it's actually the other way around. Her happiness depended on her husband.
Sure, I was a contributor to it. Sure, I had an influence on his happiness, but I was not responsible for his happiness, and I think there's a big distinction to make. So through this exploration, and I encourage you to go on your own journey of like, what does love really mean, and is that what I have in my life? My definition of love that serves me best at this season of my life is simply being known. Being known intimately, vulnerably, messily, right? Being known, all parts of me of being known. And when somebody can know me, then I feel loved.
I love how divorced women just love to use poetic gibberish to cover up the fact that they screwed up.
Right? All parts of me. So when we talk about getting into relationships or falling in love with someone, a lot of people want to throw around love very early on in a relationship because they equate the increase in hormones and dopamine and all the oxytocin and all that lovey, good, fun feelings. And some people think that you don't love someone until you've been through a hard time and you've seen how they handle it. I look at love as being known, and there is no right or wrong definition to it. It is very personal to each person. There's no universal definition.
It's fairly obvious that her idea of love comes from movies, television, fantasy books, stuff like that.
Of love. But for me, it's being known. And so the more known I feel by someone, the more loved I feel. And same thing when we're talking about self-love, right? Knowing yourself. So the more that, if you want to go on loving yourself, if you want to have high standards for yourself, if you want to increase your self-love, then increase what you know about yourself, which means spending time with yourself, which means getting to know yourself, what you like, what you don't like.
It makes no sense how she lived her entire life without knowing what she liked and didn't like. Get out of here.
So what's your definition of love? Like, if you really thought about it in the most simplest way possible, what is your definition of love? Because mine, it's being known. And hey, my name's Tara, and I'm on a mission to create a self-aware army, because it's lonely in these self-aware streets.
Everything is a journey or a chapter with these women. It's not an epic thing, okay? It's just life. I swear, women who use words like this, massive red flag.
It is time to give up on dating. That is it. I'm done. I will never fit into this dating culture, ever. And here's 3 reasons why. 1, I don't multi-date. If I'm dating someone, I won't continue swiping, looking for the next best thing. You have my full attention. I'm not talking to multiple people and putting this into some form of competition. That's not my style. I can't do it.
A woman shouldn't be dating multiple men at the same time. That is just messed up, and these same women wonder why dudes don't want to take them seriously.
Secondly, I don't ghost. Why? Because I'm an adult. And I can actually have a conversation and explain how I feel quite clearly. 3, I don't play mind games. any form of games. What you see is what you get. I won't blow hot and cold. Never be in doubt with how I feel about you, and I like the same back.
These are all good qualities, but she learned these lessons far too late in life.
I think that I was blocked by the person who I had been seeing. Like, my messages are not going through. I, like, sent a text last night saying goodnight, and I normally get something back, and I didn't. And tried to send a message this morning, like, it's not going through. But it goes through to all my other friends. Like, why does this keep happening? And I know that this isn't, like, a me thing. Literally makes me so sick.
Modern women would rather live in denial than do any form of actual self-improvement or reflection. They say they do self-improvement, but let's be honest, I have yet to see that materialize.
This is a hard one. I had a pretty good time on the date. But when he went to kiss me, it reminded me of this time that I was kissed by the person that I cannot seem to get over in 5 years.
This is what body counts do to women. They compare you to everyone else that they have been with.
And this person, when he first kissed me, he walked towards me and cupped my face in his hands and kissed me. And it was like a movie, you know, that moment where it was just so glorious and both of you want it so bad. And so tonight when that happened, it was nice. It was nice that he wanted to kiss me, and I definitely wanted to kiss him. I mean, I'm attracted to him, which is rare, which is nice.
It is insane how many of these women want to live movie fantasies instead of real life.
Nice. I'm fine with that. But at the back of my mind, I just remembered that time when I fell in love with someone else. And it just kind of dirties the feelings that I could have. I'm stuck on that old person. I hate that.
No man deserves to play second fiddle to a woman who isn't over some dude from like 5 years ago.
So, here's this. These are papers for divorce. And it's very sad. I don't understand how 8 years of trying my best to love somebody and fight for them.
Just because this woman fought with her husband, it doesn't mean that she was fighting for him.
To put up with so much abuse and just be wiped out with little papers. It's not easy. And as much as I know that this needs to happen, it still hurts. Because I never wanted this. I actually did love him.
It takes a lot of nerve for a divorced woman to openly say her husband was abusive, I think.
And I know how can you love somebody that does those things to you? I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe I see brokenness in people, and I know that we can all be better people and heal if we want to. I'm sad because this is the dreams that I had for us as a family and as husband and wife, and these little pieces of paper.
She fought harder for those 8 pieces of paper than she ever did to actually make the marriage work.
Little flimsy pieces of paper can break and end something that's so strong in somebody's heart. It's hard. I'll get through, but I'm sharing my journey with you guys, every part of it. Just so you know that you're not alone, and you guys make me feel not alone. So,
I love how a lot of divorced women think that their post-divorce lives need to be documented or something. I mean, it really doesn't.
So, day one after filing, and I feel so sad. I know I'm going to go through different emotions, but right now I feel sad. I think the last time I felt a pain like this was when my mom died. And in a way, this is a death of hope. And I look around and I just want to scream. Like, I see the Christmas trees that I put up and all this beautiful home and all my dreams I had for us. I just want to scream. I just want to like run away. I don't want to see any.
That's the thing. She did run away. She ran away from her marriage when she got divorced.
Of this. It hurts, you know? I don't want to see it. I know that this is going to be a process for me, ups and downs, and I'm sure, you know, y'all are probably like, Corey, smile, like, get over it, you know, but this is my page to heal and to be brutally honest about every piece of this journey. So I barely slept last night. I've got a migraine.
She's not posting videos to help anybody. It's just to cash in and try and get some internet pity.
My heart's broken. And so much of me wishes that he'd be like, I'll change, I'll fix this, I love you, I'm sorry for all the things I said, you know, you never deserved it, I'll never say that again, I'll pay attention to you, I'll communicate with you, I'll lose my anger. It's not going to change.
With those statements, it just proves that she was a nagging wife who never actually loved her husband.
But I guess I'm somebody that will always have hope, because not always have hope. Until the divorce is done, I'll always have hope that things could change. And I guess that's just me being stupid, I'm sure many of you would say. Or maybe it's just me trying to see the good in everybody. I don't know what it is. I'm not weak. I don't know why I became this woman. Who am I?
Quitting on your own marriage is hands down one of the weakest things that you can do. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.